Japan has typically been known for its hard work ethic rather than its leisure activities. And so it may come as a surprise that golf has rapidly become something of a national obsession over the past 50 years. But let's go back to the beginning, when golf was first introduced to Japan, and see how this sport has progressed in popularity. When Japan reopened its borders in 1868, Western businessmen and their families flooded the port cities and brought with them the desire to recreate a bit of home, which meant that it was inevitable that a foreigner would look out at a lush green Japanese valley and decide that would be perfect for golfing. In 1901, Arthur Groom, a tea trader who lived in Japan for 33 years, was tired of not having a decent place to play golf. So he constructed one, a private 4-hole course which grew to 18 holes in 2 years and welcomed the first few Japanese members to the now famous Kobe Golf Club. Golf soon spread through the country, but for the next several decades, it was a sport reserved for foreigners and the Japanese elite. By the end of World War II, golf was very popular with the privileged class in Japan, but the everyday Japanese citizen couldn't afford to play. A set of clubs and balls alone would take up most of an average worker's yearly salary, not to mention the exorbitant cost of the course fees and memberships. But by 1957, things in Japan changed radically. Japan's old class system was disrupted, and golf was now no longer just for the privileged. But it was still an expensive sport and would remain accessible only for wealthy businessmen for some time. That same year, a Japanese player, Nakamura Torikishi, won the international tournament Canada Cup, now the World Cup, hosted in Japan. This launched a huge interest in golf, and an unprecedented number of new courses were constructed. By the 1970s and 80s, golf still had its prestige, but lost its exclusivity. Ultra-bright driving ranges across Tokyo would be filled to the brim with white-collar workers hitting balls into a net as practice for the next time their company would pay for them to play 18 holes. By the 21st century, golf would be reborn as a class and gender-neutral sport, encouraging new up-and-coming golfers like Jumbo Ozaki, LPGA player Riko Higashio, and Ryo Ishiwaka. What was once a foreigner's game in Japan has become a national sport. Join us as we welcome the newest Japanese men and women amateur golfers at the 2013 Spirit International Golf Championship.